Hey folks, welcome to a special episode of Cerveza City. Today we've gone outside of the brewery. We're at Bottlescrew Bills in Calgary, Alberta, and I'm joined by Geoff. Geoff, thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking a barley wine from Alley Cat that was made in 2011 and an Imperial Stout from Stone that was made in 2016.
All right, where are we going first?
We're gonna do the barley wine first.
All right.
Breakfast beer.
Good breakfast beer. Everybody at home thinks that this is not happening at the time that it's happening at.
I think that's it.
Beauty. Cheers.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh. Let's start with something real simple. Where did the name Bottlescrew Bills come from?
Well, while I haven't got the completely full or maybe accurate story from my dad, he did tell me that the name Bottlescrew Bills was just nice alliteration when they opened the first half as buzzards. The term Bottlescrew comes from, I guess, his wine background. So before they had corkscrews, they had bottle screws. And I don't know who Bill is, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. So.
No. Okay. Maybe that's your real father.
Perhaps.
Do me a favor and just give me a Spark Notes brief summary of the incredible history of this bar.
So the restaurant on the other side of the venue was opened in 1980 as Buzzards. And then they took over this section, which was the Calgary Press Club up until 1985, and expanded into craft beer shortly thereafter. We used to have a piano in here where people would sing along to music. Quite a different time period. We used to have carpet, all sorts of stuff, darts everywhere, and we've kind of just evolved into this craft beer hole now.
What came first, Buzzards or Jeff Allen?
Buzzards came first. I showed up on the scene 4 years after.
Okay.
So.
How many beers can you find at Bottlescrew Bills?
So pre-COVID, we had about 350 beers or so available any day of the week. Now, post-COVID, we're down to about 150 or 160. So it's dropped quite a bit, but we just want to make sure that we're not selling stale product and that we can keep a nice tight inventory.
What was the biggest challenge for you? Because you said you had to really scale back something that you're known for, all these beers. What was your biggest challenge with COVID?
Well, I think personally when we were redesigning the menu, it was I didn't know I had developed like an emotional attachment to some of the brands that had been here for so long, and telling some of our friends and partners that we work with that we weren't able to carry their products again was a difficult decision-making process.
What is the Around the World in 80 Beers passport?
The Around the World in 80 Beers passport was started in 1987, and you pay $5 to get a physical passport that we keep on the premises here, and you have a year to drink 80 beers and go around the world. So currently there's 40 countries on there now and 33 towns or cities from Alberta, as we've had to blend the passports due to COVID and our limited beer selection. After each 20 beers, there's a milestone event resulting in a reward, which is a beer, a nachos or appetizer, but everybody goes for the nachos. It's more expensive, therefore better value. And then the third prize is a hat or a mug. And the fourth, you get your hoodie and a name on your plaque, which will be displayed forever, or as long as we're here in the middle room of the pub.
Now, how many passports have you personally polished off?
I've filled out 4, like front to back, but you know, we get quite a lot of beer samples and a lot of beer here. It's pretty. It'd be pretty tough for me to put an actual number on how many how many have actually completed, but I'll say 4.
Where did the world theme for Bottlescrew Bills come from? And is there a metaphor during these tough times that could say beer is the answer to world peace?
Well, the world theme, I believe, originally came from Jules Verne's novel Around the World in 80 Days. And I think if everybody had a few beers and logged out of Facebook, I think that would solve a lot of problems.
I happened to stumble across a pretty interesting article in regards to Bottlescrew Bills and bar patios. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, with regards to the patio, a year after my parents opened up Buzzards, in 1981, they applied for the first patio license ever in Calgary, and were granted approval by the AGLC, letting people drink outside. I mean, it seems nonsense now that was you even had to apply for that.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere really you can go that doesn't capitalize on patio season.
Yeah, totally.
So should we start a campaign for Bottlescrew Bills to get patio royalties from every bar in Calgary?
Yeah, I wish. I'm tired of working. Man, that'd be nice.
Wouldn't that just feels like it was our idea, we made this happen.
Yeah.
Thank us.
Yeah.
Show a little appreciation to the OG.
Yeah, at least a cut from the liquor board.
A little bit. Yeah.
A few bucks.
All right, we're on to our second beer. You told me that your dad had his own beer, the Buzzard Breath Ale, and it was sold in California during the 90s.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So he was telling me that a little bit of a different environment in the 90s. He went on a run with one of the delivery truck drivers, and they're responsible for like stocking the beer, you know, shelving it, facing it, like making it look pretty. And he was saying that some of the drivers would get bonuses or like kind of paid under the table if they were able to change the price of a 6-pack, because most of the labels back then were just, you know, handwritten in some of these, you know, private, like independent little liquor stores. So they changed, you know, a $2.99 6-pack into a $7.99 6-pack, and then people just wouldn't buy it because it looked more expensive. Or they'd take a box cutter and they would, you know, rip the bottom of the box out. So if you went to get a 6-pack of Sierra Nevada and you pull it out of the fridge, one falls down and breaks, you got to pay for the 6-pack. You're not going to buy that beer again.
Right.
So
that's wild.
Yeah, different. I'm glad we don't have that sort of competitiveness here in
some serious like mafia vibes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, some true prohibition stuff.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Why is this bar in particular such an industry-friendly place where other bar staff come and enjoy a drink here?
So we're real industry focused, mostly because we've always been open till 2 a.m. and we offer an industry discount, which is 20% off all food, liquor, draft beer, and wine. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to come in after work for a few beers for 20% off?
Absolutely. So you say 2 a.m. Is that like straight through?
Yeah, that's straight through.
Wow. That's exactly. So they're finishing work and this is where they're coming for a drink afterwards.
Yeah, like we're close to a few hotels, and I think that's kind of where it originally started, where like their dining rooms would close by 10 or 11, and then they'd pop over on their way home.
What's the deal with the tiki mugs behind the bar?
Well, I mean, who doesn't like tiki mugs? Mm-hmm. We, I don't know. I guess it's somehow a little bit of an obsession.
Okay.
Where we used to be able to get them online all the time. We had lots of different ones, and can't find them anywhere. Or if we did, they're super expensive. So we've managed to contact the manufacturer, set up a freight forwarding account. Now we order We order tiki mugs twice a year.
What's your favorite tiki mug?
I ordered one last year. It's a swan, a peacock. So it's got this magnificent kind of obnoxious shape to it, but that's the one that I would probably drink out of if I was.
I'm a little upset we're not drinking out of these right now. I mean, it would ruin the vintage, like these really nice beers.
Yeah.
To, through a straw.
Yeah. I'll make you Mai Tai after this.
There we go. We'll sip Mai Tais on the patio because we can do that thanks to your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bottlescrew Bills has its own blog.
Yeah, we do. We do have our own blog. I don't know how many people read it. I should probably check the Google SEO on that. But hopefully it's still up.
Hopefully as many as people view Cerveza City.
Yeah, well, we update it once a week or so. We're in the middle of putting together a new website where you can order food for pickup at a discount. It'll link you to Skip and Uber. And now that we're allowed to do off sales, people will be able to order beer to pick up on there as well.
Do you personally write the blog?
I do now. I personally write the blog now. I've taken that back as a administrative duty.
I like it. It. So as far as ownership goes, as brother, sister, mom and dad, what's it like working and owning a business with family?
It's mostly good. It's there's good days and bad days, and some days where you don't really want to show up to family dinner, but for the most part, everything's good. My parents aren't really handling any of the day-to-day stuff. It's just Jen and I now, and our middle sibling actually hasn't had much to do with the bar for going on at least 10 years now. He married an English girl and moved to the UK.
Got the heck out of here.
Yep, as quick as he could.
I get it. Once upon a time, Bottlescrew Bills employed a brand new stand-up comedian. Kid was just getting into the game. On a scale of 1 to 10, Juan obviously being the best, how was I as an employee?
I'd say probably Juan being the best. I think Juan was the best he could be when he was here. I think there was
not necessarily good.
Quite a bit of time where you could see the jokes turning around in his head, like he would, it's quite. He was trying out a lot of material on a lot of people and getting some good feedback. So I'd like to think that maybe should be getting some sort of commission or royalty here for all the practicing that went on during his tenure.
This is where it all started.
I think so, yeah.
I love that you're talking about me in the third person. That's fantastic. What is Drink Beer Day and what happens every long weekend at Bottlescrew Bills?
So Drink Beer Day is the last Thursday every month. We offer 40% off all of our canned and bottled beer over $8. We don't include our vintage beer on there now just because we have that priced a little bit differently. And every long weekend we do a long weekend beer sale where we reduce the price of like a lot of our seasonals and rotating beers so that we're able to get new ones in.
What's the most expensive beer at Bottlescrew Bills?
We have a beer on our vintage menu called Sink the Bismarck, and it's a 41% beer from a company called Brew out of Scotland, and I think we have it listed at $450. I think we have one or two of them left.
$450 for a beer.
Yeah.
But it's 41%.
Yeah, it attacks your brain. You ever seen Venom? Like how the symbiote kind of takes over? That's what it feels like when you drink it.
So you just do a shot of beer.
Pretty much, you could split it between 11 friends and probably have to order food right after.
All right, that's our episode. Bottlescrew Bills is officially Cerveza City certified. Thank you so much, Geoff, for being on the show. That camera right there, last 60 seconds are yours.
Great. Well, hopefully you guys can join us in September when hopefully the Flames are still in the playoffs. If they're not, ignore what I just said. You can join us on the patio any day of the week while it's still nice out. We're going to be doing our 40th anniversary party late September, mid-October, so look for some information on that. Hopefully they've reduced some of the measures on table size and social distancing, but fingers crossed. If not, join us for trivia or bingo every other Wednesday and just come hang out.
Awesome. I'll get the crew to thank Geoff and the entire Bottlescrew staff with a clap. Next week, we're at Piston Broke in Brooks, Alberta. We'll see you later, Cerveza City Squad.